It's finally that time when it comes to a new piece of technology that has tried to get as much market share as possible. And when it does, then it starts to say, hey, you know that stuff we were giving you for cheap? Well, now we're actually going to start charging you the real price on how much it actually costs. And in this case, that's actually what's going on here. We're talking about AI bro crash out, an extreme crash out. This is probably like pandemonium to them. There's a whole nother situation which we're going to cover in another video, but for this one, we're going to talk about Suno. Yeah, you might remember Suno. I've made some videos talking about it. The AI music service, and recently they updated their terms, and oh my God, these AI bros are crashing out. They are losing their mind at what's going on with that. Let's talk about it. So as I was browsing through my feed yesterday, I came across this little nugget and it said, did Suno just kill their AI music service? If they did, hey, you ain't gonna see nobody complaining. That's a big W. Suno coming in clutch, killing their own service, saying this is really bad for Suno. So this new limit literally means you can never download most of the songs you create. Since you cannot download them, you cannot use them commercially either. Apparently, that's not like a big win to me. Why do you need every song to be commercially used? Also, I'm pretty sure you can't use it commercially anyways, considering the whole copyright situation, but I'm no expert in that one, so maybe I'm wrong. But last I checked, there was not really any legal protections in regards to anything that's AI generated, but that's a whole different discussion. Tune on. They're saying you pay to create songs you can't use. 20 downloads per month is a total joke. Will they charge users for more downloads? Who owns the songs we don't download? Please share this as much as possible. And so then they provide this little screenshot from Suno saying, we're writing to notify you of changes to Suno's terms of service that will affect your pro subscription effective September 3rd, 2026. What is changing? Downloads. Your pro plan will include 20 song downloads per month. Listening and sharing your full library of music on Suno remains unlimited. One of the most interesting things about this is the fact that you're complaining about only having 20 songs to download that you can technically sell and that you can technically put up for, I guess, commercial purposes. Brother, do you know how long it takes an actual real musician, an actual real artist to actually make music? That takes like normally a year at least. In this situation right here, you're complaining about something that doesn't even really matter in the grand scheme of things for someone who actually does value art and creativity and trying to make something that is quality. From your perspective, it looks like you're upset that you can't just churn out and mass produce a bunch of random bullshit and just throw it on Spotify like that a lot of AI slop artists have been putting on that platform. This is strongest nothing burger of a problem ever. This isn't even remotely a big deal. So to see someone who, of course, obviously doesn't value the creativity or art behind music crash out at the fact that they can only download 20 songs per month, not even including the fact that you can listen to every single one of them. As it tells you right here, you can still listen and share your full library of music on Suno and it stays unlimited. The only thing is you can only have 20 downloads per month. Even though all this sucks, if I was looking at it from a non-biased perspective, this is not even bad. This is not even bad at all. You still get to listen to everything that all your slop that you're generating. And then on top of that, you got 20 downloads per month. So if you want to go your commercial route and you want to just, God forbid, upload all that slop for people to quote unquote listen to, which the only people who are probably listening to it is bots. But if you want to do that route, you still can. If anything, all the situation realistically does is just kind of expose yourself and show that how much you really don't value music or art. To sit there and complain about this is just crazy to me. And it continues on, says, we clarify the rights you have in your content and how commercial use of music generated with Suno works. Songs you download from Suno on paid plan remains yours to use commercially or personally. It says, we have updated how disputes between you and Suno are handled, including updates to our arbitration agreement and provide provisions governing mass arbitrations. Continue on, let's read some of the comments. Let's see what some people have to say. So we'll say you're a total fucking loser. That person says, bro, what do you need more than 20 songs a month for? Do you think people want to hear AI music that much? No human musician is pumping out 20 songs a month. And even if they were doing that, do you think people want to hear all that? What happened to making a song you want to hear over and over again? By making so much content, you're easily diluting the uniqueness and originality of your creations. You're making slop. And then this person said, Topi, are you stupid? Music can be used in a lot of ways. Do you know how many songs are used in a single YouTube video? Most of that time, only a couple seconds per song are used for a scene. That is also music use, and yes, people want to hear that. Just because nobody wants to hear your music doesn't mean other people are equally unsuccessful. So use your brain before you post. Uh, if you're using AI to generate a bunch of different cuts and different specific songs that only play for a couple of seconds on a YouTube video, you're a fucking failure. I'm sorry. Uh, that's the biggest copium response I've ever seen in my fucking life. Like that is ridiculous. Um, and I don't know, man. This is crazy. But the dude's clapping back at people as they reply back. And so said, I can play an instrument. I can make as many songs as I want. Maybe try that. And they said, let me guess. You spent years learning how to make music, and now almost nobody wants to listen to it. And at best, you play at your own parties. Cool hobby, but we're talking about business. That sounds like a much more enriching, enjoyable process than whatever the fuck you think you're doing. And it's funny that they talk about business. Like, okay, if you're a business, then you should have multiple subscriptions to multiple AI services, then multiple services to YouTube's version. YouTube has their own built-in AI generated slot machine, if I recall, for music if you want to use it. Like, what are we doing? It sounds like you're a fucking terrible businessman if you can't even grasp that. And that's kind of telling on yourself. Anyways, we can see another crash out from another AI bro right here. It says, I'm so pissed about what Suno just pulled on us. They suddenly changed the TOS, and now, just because they fucking feel like it, I can only download 60 songs a month. Excuse me? I signed up for the annual plan for a reason. That's to be one of the dumbest moves in history. Brother complaining about 60 songs a month. 60 songs that technically, I guess, somehow by Suno's legal team or whatever they're doing, copyright, I guess. But they're complaining about 60 songs that can be used for commercial purposes. And I think that's just crazy. Based on this screenshot, you get 10,000 credits to generate as many songs as you want. That's always going to stay there. Only thing that's being limited is the fact that you only have to download 60, or that you can only download 60 songs. Most people are not using that many fucking different songs at all. And the thing is, if you really cared about, having music like the other dude said for like YouTube videos, guess what, brother? There's literally websites made for that stuff. There are websites that creators have been using for years upon years upon years. They give you an entire catalog, an entire backlog of music that you can use that with a pretty cheap subscription price at that as well too, where you can use it on YouTube and you get all your profits. You don't have to worry about any royalties or anything like that. So again, if you say that you're a businessman and you're saying that you're using it for something of this caliber, and you're saying that AI is just, this is messed up and I can't really operate properly without this, then you're a fucking failure of a businessman, and maybe you shouldn't be running a business. Because again, how did people run before AI? Think about that. Guess what? People did just fine. The fact that you rely on AI so much and that this is such a big deal to you speaks volumes to just how uncreative and how much you fucking suck. That's all this really shows. And that's it. And if we scroll down, let's see what some of the comments said. Someone said, ha ha ha. Right there on the music. They said, I actually do that. Actually, let me see what the reply to this is. It says, generate me a music and artist style with mash up funk funk beat to this extent. Yeah. Another person says, there's number one rule in AI, never sign for annual plan. Everything they sell will be obsolete in 6 months. Yeah, it was my bad. They said, I'm a content creator of 4 YouTubes making 30 to 60 minute video long sci-fi videos, and this is just shit on all ends. I can do 300 downloads a week getting backing tracks for my videos, testing them all against the flow of the video and regenerating them. They don't fit. It's pathetic and a kick in the teeth for actual creators. I don't even upload to music streaming platforms, never will. Why can't Spotify and Deezer have upload limits? Why should good content creators be treated like bad actors? This is fucking stupid. You have 4 YouTube channels making 30 to 60 minute plus long sci-fi videos, and this just shits on all of that. There's no chance that it's all quality. If you're making that many channels and you're making that many videos and you're somehow capable enough to actually make all of that, then you're capable enough to pay enough money to just use one of those licensing services where they give you an unlimited catalog, just music that you can download. If you're having to go through so much trouble that you have to keep regenerating, downloading music over and over and over, maybe you should just not use it and go use something that already has music created. And guess what? It has tags and everything else you can find that fits your videos. But I know that's probably a hot take here, dog. Another says it's only a matter of time before we have an open source competitor, I hope. Someone says, as far as I can tell, there's no way to see how many downloads you even have left. It says, good news is local audio models are becoming very good. Just pretty much people that are all like, hey, this is messed up. What can we do about this? And realistically, I guarantee anyone who's talking about YouTube users when it comes to this stuff is probably the same people who run those faceless AI slop channels that literally have nothing good on it at all, and it's just mass produced trash. It's probably the same type of people that are complaining about this, but I wouldn't be surprised. Anyways, I'll leave you here. Just want to talk about this crash out. I got another one that I'll probably film either today or tomorrow. That was also an extremely insane crash out. So make sure to subscribe, hit the bell and all that good stuff. Like the video, because that video is going to be a good one as well too. But I'll leave you here.